everyone, welcome to Market Update. Before we start this market update, please fasten your seatbelt because it's going to be a very critical week for the global market. We have 3 big central bank decisions and also 5 big tech companies' earnings, followed even by next week as well. The most important data will be starting on Wednesday, especially starting by the Australian inflation rate, which we might find a read below than 7% all the way to 6.7. And also after that, the new home sales and building permits for US. But the most important is the interest rate for the Fed by the end of that day, which might increase the rate by 0.25, which is 25 basis points. And I think it's already priced in the market. Thursday will be full of data, but we're going to start by ECB decision, which might increase also by 25 basis points for lending and also deposit facility, followed by the US orders, the durable goods orders. And by the end of the day, we'll find the most important data is the US GDP growth for the second quarter, which might find a little bit slow in that one from 2% to 1.7%, but it's still in a positive territory, which is the most important, all about the talk about recession and no recession. Most important on Friday, we're going to start the day with Bank of Japan decision, which is might stay negative 0.1% still. And especially all this with the positive data that we have seen last week with the trade balance, instead of negative, it became positive. And also the inflation rate, it came as expected and is still around 3.3 for inflation and core inflation as well. On the same day, we'll find also a data coming from Europe, which is the most important about Germany inflation and also France inflation and GDP growth. These 2 countries form 40% of the EU. That's why it's very important. By the end of the day, we'll find the core PCE coming from US, and that one it might see a little bit slow, but that's one the most favorable one for the Fed to decide about increasing or holding the rate. The whole market is waiting for these decisions, especially the Fed and ECB, to decide where to go. We have seen the oil making a gain for 4 weeks. So everyone is wondering, with the news demanding coming from China, is it going to continue the rally or not? We have seen also the gold making a big rally all the way to 1,987 level and then corrected all the way to 1,960 level. Is this going to continue with the correction or going to pull back again up? The most important among the currencies that we're going to see that Euro USD, because with the ECB and Fed, that's one for sure will move. We have seen the euro making the 17-month high against the dollar, especially all the way to 1.12 levels. And now today morning that we have seen it correcting all the way to 1.10 level. With all the gain that we have seen in Dow Jones for straight 10 days that we haven't seen since 2017. And also the big gain that we have seen in S&P for 9 months, almost erasing all the losses for 2022. All these gains and risk assets that we have seen shows a growing optimism about soft landing of US economy. This week, we're going to start by the big 5 tech companies, AFMGs, which is concluding Facebook, Meta, Apple, Amazon, and also Microsoft and Google, Alphabet. But Apple will be next week. These big 5 techs are almost making the all gain for S&P 500 and NASDAQ as well. You can imagine just Apple is 7.5% of S&P 500 weight. So we'll wait for all these earnings to see where the market will go for these stocks. That's all for today. Stay tuned for more market updates and don't forget to follow us on social media.